Hello, my name is Faisal Khan. I hope you're keeping well and keeping healthy. I have a question that came to me about 2 or 3 days ago. It's a really sort of a strategy kind of a question. It says, how do you defeat or work with a parallel market rate? So those of you who don't know what a parallel market rate is, I gave one example here for the Naira. You can look at that and why it exists. So a parallel market rate, or the street rate, the curb rate, the floating rate, the open market rate, whatever nomenclature not withstanding over here, is a rate that is the unofficial rate. The official rate is one that's published by the bank, and in many cases the parallel market rate is higher than the official rate. Let's take Nepal for example. Let's say $1 equals 100 Nepali rupiah, right? So 100 Nepali rupiah is one US dollar, and that's the official rate. In the parallel market, in the open market, let's say the rate is 120. Now, as a person sending $1,000 into Nepal, what would you rather have, 100,000 rupees or 120,000 rupees? Needless to say, you'll say 120. But that 120,000 rupee rate is given if you go and sell it in the open market. It's not given if you bring your money through a wire transfer and then surrender the money, and that's what you get. So how does a money transfer company that is only allowed to work with the actual rate get to do this and get to fight it? Well, the answer is gray. It's not really black and white, right? I mean, I'll give you that from the start. So what you have to do is you have to offer a rate between the official rate and the parallel market rate. Let's say you offer a rate of 110. Well, legally, how will you offer a rate of 110? That's the best part, and this is how you would do it. So you would actually book the transaction in the United States, for example, at the rate of 100. You would then say, if you book it at 100, I'm going to give you a 10% rebate. So you're going to add 10% onto it. So now the official effective rate is 110. When you bring the money into Nepal, you're going to exchange only 100. The extra 10 is a rebate given by the bank. The bank can give rebate. There's no central government, there's no central bank, there's no one that can stop you from giving a rebate. And you can do so, and you can pre-fund your rupees over here, and you can take 10,000 rupees out. 100,000 rupees that came in from the $1,000, add 10,000, 110, and you've done it. And now you've officially given a rate of 110 by inserting a rebate there. So the question is, how do you get the rebate money? Well, this is where the gray area comes in. So obviously the parallel market rate exists because there is a serious crunch on the currency, a demand on the currency, and people are willing to pay a premium for that currency. So you, as a bank, would probably have access to companies who want dollars outside. So you do one netting of deal in, for example, you give them $100,000 outside, and you take $100,000 worth of rupees in Nepal, but at the open market rate at 120. So you make 20% on that money. You can put that money in the bank and do this. So it's done through a rebate clause. It's something that a lot of people are now starting to look at it, and rebate clausing is the most legal way of doing this thing. The central bank is going to be happy. Well, you're giving a rebate. No one can stop you. You can call it marketing money. You can call it cash back. You can call it whatever you want. And the effective rate that you're going to get is going to be better than the official rate, which is 100. So when all the competition is giving 100 and you're giving 110, well, boom, you just have there an advantage. How much of an advantage is it going to be? I don't know, because in the parallel market rates, two things can happen. Either the government can let go of the free fall and close, let's say, okay, let me open my currency, in which case the parallel market rate will collapse. And which is fine, then you just do it whatever the official rate is, because the curve difference is going to be almost minuscule. And the second thing is obviously copycats. Others are going to figure it out, and they're going to do it, and they're going to take and put peer pressure on you from going from 110 to maybe 116, 115, 118, and that will sort of put more market pressure. But it is a tactic nonetheless. Let me know if you've ever thought about this before. Let me know if you know this hack in the comments below. As always, if you have a business inquiry, there's a contact form in the description below, and also business WhatsApp. Till next time, this is Faisal Khan signing off.